All right, well, normally for Finance Friday, we'd have Dave Schurman from FirstOntario Credit Union on the couch, but as president of the Bruce Springsteen fan club, Bruce was playing, the boss was playing in Buffalo last night, so live from our Buffalo affiliates, we have Schurman. How was the show there, Dave?
The show was fantastic, Tim. The boss never fails to disappoint anyone.
How long did he play for? 16 hours?
No, about 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Awesome. Well, good stuff. Well, glad you can still join us, and the connection is good. So we got some questions. Let's get to these questions. Up first is Paul from Hamilton, who says, I saw a CBC article about potential fraud with Interact etransfers. It appeared etransfers are not secure because the sender can cancel their payment to you for up to 24 hours. How can I ensure I receive my payment so that the buyer can't cancel the deposit after they receive the product I sold them?
Well, great question, Paul. And yes, I mean, that feature is on Interact etransfers for a reason. It's a safety valve in case you send money to someone that you didn't want to. You had the wrong email address or the wrong phone number. So if somebody shows you that they sent you an e-transfer, they may or may not have, they probably have. But once the money's in your account, once you accept it, then they cannot cancel it anymore. So that's the key. If you're selling something to somebody, don't release the merchandise until you actually accept the money and see it in your account. Once it's there, you have it, they can't get it back.
Okay, let's move on because we got 3 questions today. It's income tax season up until April the 30th. So there's a couple of questions concerning that. This one's from Lorraine. Do I need to include my self-employment income on my tax return if my expenses exceed my income?
Well, again, great question, Lorraine. And yes, you do. You've got to report your income, whether it's from an employer or self-employed, and you have to submit your expenses because they may not all be eligible. Now, the good news is, even though you're probably not going to pay tax because you have a loss, it's called a non-capital loss, and you can apply it to a prior year. You can go back 3 years and get money back from taxes you've paid, or you can carry a capital loss forward for 20 years and apply it against a year that you have to pay tax. Okay. So that's good news.
Right on. So let's go to Dave, because he says in February 2022, I was paid a large bonus for 2021, and I had my employer deposit directly into an RSP as it was paid in the first 60 days of 22. I claimed the RSP contribution on my 21 return, and I received a large refund for that year. But now, as I'm doing my current tax return, I'm looking at a large amount of taxes owing for 22. Is there any advice on tax strategies you would recommend for future situations like this?
Yeah, so Chris, some people do get caught in that because bonuses are typically paid early in the year. And as we know, you can apply an RSP deposit to the prior year if you'd like and reduce taxes for that year or get a nice refund back. So it's kind of a catch-22. You might want to split it up, so apply some to last year and apply some of that RSP deposit for this year, or you might want to use it all for this year. You just want to look at, is your income going to be bigger or smaller this year than it was last year? Or the other advice you could have is save the refund you had last year and apply it towards the taxes you may have this year. But if you spend it and you have a tax bill this year, it's too late.
Perfect. All great questions. 3 of them. We got 3 in, Dave. Perfect. Email Dave your questions at financefriday@firstontario.com or send to Dave through Twitter at finance_Friday. If Dave selects your question on air, you'll receive a gift card from a local business in your community. I appreciate that you're not here, so there's so many donuts for us to enjoy on this Friday, Dave. I appreciate that. I also appreciate you looking so good, even if you aren't wearing pants in your hotel room. So,
yeah,
good stuff.
Hey,
Happy Friday, Dave.
Born to run, buddy. Born to run.
Stand up.
Stand up. Stand up. What are you wearing, buddy? What are you, he's got jeans on. Okay, thank goodness. All right.